Hello, people. Welcome back to another episode of the OCM Botcast. Now, you must be wondering, Chad, you just put out an episode. Why are you putting out another one? Well, actually, the Coach Red Pill in Ukraine episode was supposed to come out in January, and I had some delays, so I put it out, but it was actually supposed to be the January episode, and I don't want to get too far behind this early in the year, so I put out that episode, and now I'm putting out the actual February episode, which is episode 44, the Iris interview. So here we are, episode 44 of the OCM Botcast, the Iris interview. So who is Iris? Now, you guys know that this whole Botcast and a lot of the themes of my channel go back to 4chan and the particular board called R9K Robot 9000. And one thing I've always noticed about Robot 9000 is that every now and then a girl would show up and she would start posting, and then various guys from the board would start orbiting her, sipping for her, falling in love with her. And this has happened throughout the years. You guys know I've probably been on R9K for over a decade or something like that. So I've seen many girls come and go over the years. I don't remember all of them, but some that stand out to me are Sierra. I think she passed away though. And I think some people say like Bianca, the one that got killed by that one guy. I think some people said she used to post on R9K. There was that transgender Pizza who was on Eggy's live stream one day. But yeah, there have been several girls that have been known for posting on R9K. And the latest one that I've been noticing the most is a young black girl named Iris. So I've been seeing her pop up every now and then on R9K. And I didn't think much of her. I was like, okay, we got another R9K. we have another R9K attention whore here, so whatever. But I've always wanted to get a female perspective on the Botcast. You know, I've done a few interviews, but I want, well, you know, a biological female perspective. We already did the transgender episode. And so I saw her posting one day, and again, I was like, well, whatever, I'll see what she's all about. I asked her if she would do an interview with me, and she was like, sure. And we did the interview, and I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised because, quite frankly, she's just absolutely adorable. I mean, I can definitely see why some of the guys on R9K have kind of fallen for her. I mean, she is, you know, physically, right? She's all right. She's kind of cute, but really, you know, when I had the interview with her and I watched it back, I was like, you know, what's really cool about her is her personality. And I mean, she is just living, breathing chocolate kawaii, I'm telling you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. The Iris interview is coming up right now. So, oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna have the typical comments, news, and TOD. This whole episode is just gonna be the interview. All that stuff is coming back on the next. So this is all about Iris here, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, have fun with Iris. Hello, people. Welcome back to the OCM Podcast. We have a special guest here today. Introduce yourself, please.
Hello, I'm Iris. I'm 19 and female.
Oh, you actually reviewed it. Oh boy, maybe. I mean, you kind of got ahead of me there, but you know,
sorry about
I was gonna ask the questions, but all right. So, what do you know about me? First off, what do you know about me?
I've seen a couple videos on your channel.
Yeah.
I see you. I saw some of your other interviews from before, and some of the music.
Cool. Yeah. I'm pretty awesome, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so let the people know who you are and your relationship with R9K and 4chan.
Okay. I'm Iris, and I just kind of post there, blog posting, or just talking about topics that I have interest in with other people.
So how long have you been going to R9K?
About 4 years now, I think.
4 years?
Yeah.
Hold up. So you've been posting there ever since you were underage?
No, well, yeah. At first I was like mostly just lurking or just like making one or two comments here there. But yeah, around like 16 I started posting more often.
You know that's against the rules, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look.
But I'm 19 now.
Yeah.
So
I think I was posting there probably. Oh God, I've been there too long because I've been there. Oh, let's not even get started there. But I did the same thing. Nobody actually cares.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a teenager online, you go to whatever forum, you know, and you just start posting. And yeah, of course I'm 18, right? That's just what it is. I got you. Hold up. Okay, so I want to get to know you a little better. So tell me a little bit about your childhood and your upbringing. You ain't got to get like too personal, but I just want to kind of know like what type of person you were growing up, especially like in school and whatnot.
Well, growing up, I was like, my family was nice, you know, nothing like abusive or anything like that. But I just like in school, I was not very popular. I didn't really talk to people much, you know. I just kind of stuck to myself. So yeah, I didn't really like have a friend group growing up, but I was like, yeah. Well, actually, yeah.
So you were basically kind of a introvert.
Yeah, and just like not even necessarily completely an introvert because I do like spending time with people, but I just was really, really socially anxious when I was younger, and even now, but not as bad.
Oh yeah, yeah. And see, I wanted to ask you that because a lot of people on R9K, you don't just end up on R9K for no reason.
Yeah.
A lot of us were introverted or we were like the weird kid in school. Like I was fucked up. I was real bad. You know, I mean, I'm a shining paragon of masculinity now, but man, I was terrible. And that's why I kind of assumed like she might have been kind of, you know,
Yeah.
kind of strange, but you weren't too strange. You just had a social anxiety, right?
Yeah.
Were you happy? Were you, or?
Oh wait. No, I was not happy, but yeah. I just like, it's just kind of like constantly being fearful in school and stuff. So it's just like uncomfortable for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can definitely relate. What were you about to say?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Well, look. So I saw you posting on R9K, and you said that you were in NEET. So is this true?
Well, yeah. But I do actually work like once a month-ish because I'm sometimes an extra on TV shows and commercials and stuff. But that's very like, it's only when they call you in. So that can be like once every 6 months or yeah.
Wait, you're in commercials and shit?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
I mean, no, just as like an extra though, so it's not really like a.
Hey, damn! You're you're on the camera. You're on it. So wait, how did you get involved in that? How did you even get to do something like that?
Actually, it was through my parents because they did it, and they just signed me up when I was like born.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So could I find something that you were in?
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, there has been some like Fahrenheit 451. There's like a trailer, and I was in the trailer when I was like 12. There's like a screenshot of
I
it.
can't wait. But look, send it. Look, you got to send it to me when we're done.
Okay, okay.
I'm sure it's gonna be hilarious. But outside of that, okay, so that's the only kind of work that you do, right?
Yeah, outside of that, I never worked.
I definitely got to recommend. This is a shameless plug, but I got to recommend that you check out my how to be a neat series. I'm kind of an expert on these matters. Do you not want to work or continue your education, or is just kind of like a fresh out of high school thing where you just kind of trying to figure out what you
I
want to
mean,
do?
at first, like, I was just gonna take a year off when I first graduated,
Mm-hmm.
but like in my last couple of years of high school, I switched to online school,
Yeah.
and the teachers did not like hold you accountable much. So I'd just be in class like on a different tab, like playing something or like browsing and not paying attention or handing in all the work. So my grades kind of dropped, and that kind of um, affected my ability to get into like good universities and stuff. So I kind of just figured like at most I would go into a trade or something like that.
You dropped the ball, Iris.
Mhm,
You dropped the
yeah,
ball.
I
So
know.
wait, you thinking about going to community college maybe, since it's not as expensive?
Um, maybe, but I don't know. From what I've heard as well, is that like even university students that have like gotten their full degree are like struggling to find work.
Yeah.
So I just don't know if it would be worth it. I'd rather just start working. Well,
Like a
actually, I don't want to work at all. But if
who
I
wants
have to
to?
work,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't want to work. I'm looking, but I don't want to fucking fuck that
yeah.
shit.
Well,
I'm just doing it because I got to. But okay. So all right. So you're neat. How do you spend all of your free time? Like, and what are your hobbies? What are your interests? What do you like to do, Iris?
my main hobby is like video games and streaming. But yeah, I tried to get into some drawing and stuff, but it never really stuck with me.
Yeah, it can be kind of difficult to
Mhm.
stick with like those skill building
Yeah.
hobbies. Luckily, the great Chad Marco, I've been able to, stick with music enough to make like some dope tracks and shit. I would
Mhm.
highly recommend that you find something like that though. Like I enjoy video games like yourself, but I think there's nothing like the kind of creative hobby where you can express yourself and then, you can like you're not just consuming what somebody else made. You're building
Yeah.
a skill and you're
Yeah.
creating something. I look, I get it can be difficult to stick with it because even I struggle to stick with shit like that. But definitely, like find something and roll with it the best that you can. But you say you like video games. What about anime? You watch anime?
Yeah, I don't watch it much anymore,
Uh
but I
huh.
have seen like some series.
What's your favorite?
Um, well, it's Ja, he will not be defeated. Um,
Wait, who? What?
you know Jahi-sama?
Jahi. So what the hell is that?
Okay, she's here. Wait, I can text you.
Jahi
Maybe I'm
sama.
saying it wrong, but basically she's like a demon girl,
Hmm.
and she got the demon realm got destroyed by this magical girl, and she basically had to live in the human world, but she lost all her powers,
Hmm.
and is just working on rebuilding to get the demon realm back. But it's like it's very like comedic and like silly and cute.
Never heard of it. Would you
But
recommend it?
yeah,
Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it. It used to be also only like manga, but
Hmm.
they recently made the anime adaptation.
Oh, cool. I got to give you a anime recommendation myself.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not that into it, but I must say I highly recommend TTGL.
TTGL.
TTGL. Tingen Topen Gurren Lagann.
Huh? I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah. But definitely, you ain't got to go look at it right now, but I'm just recommending you some good shit.
Okay.
It'll reawaken your interest in anime. I promise you. So
Mm-hmm.
you like video games as well?
Yeah.
All right. So what type of video games do you like to play?
I like For Honor. Um, it's like a medieval fighting game. And I like Fall. I recently started playing Fallout 4. I liked some of the other Fallout games, like Fallout 3 and
Oh,
2. I like that.
Fallout 4, that's the one where you got to build the settlements, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was playing it, but I never finished the story. It's one of those games where I get so caught up doing the side content that by
Yeah,
the time I start playing the main game, I'm burned out. But I want to go back
yeah.
and finish it, but I definitely like that as well. All right, so we got Fallout, the other game. Give me another one.
For Honor. Um, let's see. I like RimWorld.
Uh huh.
Uh, Plants vs Zombies. I started playing again recently.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, that's like a. Oh, and Remnant 2 I started recently. I've been kind of like I flip between games a lot, so
Oh,
yeah.
so you got a backlog that you don't finish?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, you gotta kill that habit, man.
I don't know.
You seem like somebody that would enjoy Persona. You ever played Persona?
I did play Persona.
Which
I think
one?
it's 5.
Uh huh.
The one that's like
Did you enjoy
um,
it?
I did. Okay, well, I played it for like a week straight,
Uh
but then I got really bored of it and just never touched it again.
huh. Oh no! I love Persona. You saying this shit is disappointing. I was
I'm
like, she
not
gonna.
saying it's bad. I did enjoy it at first, but then I just like started to get a bit repetitive, I guess.
How many hours did you put into it?
I don't remember. I can check my Steam.
No, 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 no. Just give me ballpark. You ain't got to be accurate.
Um, Maybe like 100.
100 hours?
No, that's a big like 50.
Okay, so if you put 50 hours into it and you didn't like it, it's probably just not for
I
you.
liked it.
I mean,
I
what?
liked it. I just got like sick of it
Okay, because
because I did it too much, I guess.
I
I
remember
played it
when
for
I played it, it took like now I liked it, but it takes so long to really get into it before they really start letting you do everything and opening up all
True,
the
yeah.
game systems for you. And like it didn't really click for me until like 40, 50 hours in. I was like, I was enjoying it, but about 40 hours in, I was like, yeah, this shit is good. But if you put
Oh.
in that much time and you didn't like it, you're probably just not.
Or maybe like I got like right to like before that point and I
Maybe,
just didn't continue. But
maybe you got like right
yeah.
before it's good. But yeah, I mean, it's but I just thought you would be a Persona girl. So video games, a little bit of anime. What else?
um, that's like mostly it.
Okay,
Um, yeah, I don't really have like productive hobbies right now, or like yeah.
definitely got to get one. Highly recommend. I
Yeah.
mean, I know look, don't get me wrong, I'm lazy as hell. I struggle to stay focused myself, but you're 19 in a few years. Like if you find something, you stick to it.
That's
Maybe
true.
yeah,
That's
maybe
kind
you
of
could
smart
start like
feeling.
a clown girl comic or something, and
Hmm.
then have a
Actually,
website.
yeah, that would be cool.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, come on now. Okay, so how did you discover 4chan?
Um, well, I found it through other places. I think it was incels.is and lookism.net.
What? Hold
But
on,
I found
stop.
out about those two places
Yeah,
from just like an online friend.
what made you interested in going to the incel forum of all places?
Yeah, at first it was just like curiosity because like I'd been hearing about this incel thing and like, oh, they're all racist. They're gonna kill you if they do this, blah 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 blah. So I wanted to like see for myself what they're like. So that's kind of how I found it, and I kind of like enjoyed reading about different people's stories and opinions. But yeah.
That's so weird. All right, so you so you found 4chan through the incel, through
Yeah,
wanting to find
but
out about incel.
I never like browsed that place for long.
Uh huh.
I'd say more like Lookism, that
Uh huh.
site. Um, yeah, that's like mostly how I found it.
Speaking of lookism, what made you fascinated in that particular online topic?
I think because like growing up, I was not really like someone that people would crush on or like take interest in. So I was like, why is this? Like, what is it? And then I discovered all of the like facial symmetry and etc. And yeah.
Okay, well, all right.
And I was like, oh, this kind of makes sense. This could be like, something that I could fix or improve on. Like, just, I guess, looks maxing, I guess, is what I'm interested in.
Yeah, it's one of those things like when you start digging into it, you kind of reflect on, like you said, what might be your physical traits or flaws that make you less attractive than other people.
Yeah.
Like I know, like, now when I was growing up, I didn't really care about like the whole height thing. Like I never was aware of my own height. And then after getting into like you said, lookism, and you start learning about these things, what girls are attracted to, then it's like, oh, not to blame all of my shortcomings on like height, but it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, maybe if I was taller, I would have gotten more
Yeah.
attention from girls or something like that. So I kind of get where you're coming from. So hold up. So hold up. So you said that when you were in school, basically, you didn't get a lot of attention from guys, though.
No, yeah. I remember there was like the guys in my class made like a list of like who's most attractive, and I was like not even included in the list. So yeah.
Ooh. Damn. That's brutal.
Yeah.
That
And
is
also
brutal.
like stuff like getting asked out as a joke.
Oh, I got that too.
Yeah.
They were-
Yeah, that's the worst.
Oh God. You give me like flashbacks of it's horrible. Oh God,
Yeah.
man. I experienced the exact. That's some bullshit. Why would they do that to me?
I know. What do you even get out of it?
I know.
But
Damn. Okay. Why do you like to post on R9K? And what is it about the board that resonates with you?
I would say let me check my notes really quick. Okay. So I think it's just like, well, for one, it's not super popular, so it's not hard to find people to talk to. Like you're not competing with a million people like you would on Instagram or something. So you just kind of can just go there to talk about topics and actually get someone to respond to you instead of just getting lost in all the comments or whatever in normal places.
Oh yeah,
And
just to
yeah.
interject really fast, I understand that. Even on 4chan though, you got like B. You ever been on B? Like B is
Yeah.
like hyper fast.
True.
It's
Yeah.
really fast. And
So
like I
does,
would say, like, as someone who spent a lot of time on 4chan, like part of why I like R9K was that, it's active, but it's not too active. So I can keep
yeah.
track of like different conversations. But like you said, on other social media sites, like Twitter, for instance, I could go and look at a particular tweet that has a lot of like a big conversation surrounding it. And I can, give my thoughts, but it just seems like a lot of times, unless like I would say on a place like Twitter, you get more engagement the more popular you are.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
on 4chan, it's like everybody is kind of on an equal playing field where you get the amount of responses based on the quality of your post and how many people are just interested in talking about that. But keep going.
And I would say also that like it's definitely an advantage like being female because there's not very many females there. So like if you literally just make a post saying, "Hi, I'm a girl," you'll get so many responses. So it's kind of like I guess just easier. Yeah.
I'm so glad that you said that. I'm so glad that I didn't have to dig that one out of you. because
No, I definitely recognize that.
no, I've always, because I've been on R9K for a long time, and there's always been like these different girls that would show up.
Mhm.
And I've just always noticed that how easy it was for them to get attention. And, you know, me and the guys, me and the boys, we always speculate over like, well, why do girls even come to R9K? And I think a big part of it is that you get to be a big fish in like a relatively small
Mhm.
pond just by being a girl.
Yeah.
Like you're an instant celebrity, you know. So I
Yeah.
can kind of understand like the appeal of that. But I figured you wouldn't even be honest about it. I was like, she ain't going.
No,
so you
I would be.
so you like that? You like going there and being
I wouldn't say
I'm the girl.
I have made posts that were like, I'm a girl, ask me anything. You
Hmm.
know, just like when I'm bored and I just want like attention, you know, like someone to ask me stuff and like care about my responses. But I wouldn't say that that's the main reason why I post there because I don't really like I kind of avatar post.
Hmm.
Um and so I guess it's not so much just the like I'm a girl, like I'm an anonymous girl, but just like having a sort of community, like there are other people who post with names or like pictures that are recognizable, and it's sort of like having a group chat on there to talk to, I guess.
So there are people there that you recognize and maybe connect with on Discord.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, basically. So are there any other boards that you like to browse?
Um, Not really. I've I used to browse FA and C, but yeah, I don't really browse them much anymore.
What's
If I
C?
do, it's just I think it's cute slash anime.
Okay, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
So, but R9K is basically your main board to go to.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. So you don't post. Oh, all right. So now I guess this question has kind of already been answered somewhat, but you know, when you post, oftentimes like people know who you are. Basically, you're not completely anonymous. So when you
Hmm.
post R9K, people know who you are. What was your reasoning for choosing to reveal yourself like that?
I guess just like the fact that I could get the same sort of group of people to respond each time I made a post,
Mm-hmm.
like just the same time. Like if I just said I was an anonymous person each time, it wouldn't be like a I don't know how to put it, like a um there wouldn't be like a track record to look back on, I guess. Like I can kind of check past conversations or just I don't know if I'm putting this right. um but yeah, I think I the first like I started out just posting
Mm-hmm.
like brown anime girls, and then I realized that it could be like recognizable, and I just kind of kept going with it.
It does
Like,
feel nice. I'm not judging you. Look, I'm kind of semi known on R9K, so I get where you're coming from. So are you aware of the other R9K girls who guys would orbit and obsess over? Like, are you aware of this phenomenon of girls showing
oh
up on
yeah,
R9K? Are there any ones
yeah,
that you can like name that you know of?
yeah. I think like when I first started browsing there, the people that were popular at the time were Chiaki or Lily, she went by, and Avery. I don't know if you remember them, but
I don't
I
remember
would
Avery.
see I would see people posting about them and like them getting a lot of attention and
Uh
views
huh.
and like people being like, "I love you." So it's
Uh huh.
just like I kind of wanted that for myself.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah.
So, do you get a lot of orbiters or guys trying to e date you?
Mm, I would say. I would say no, because maybe like sometimes they will say, say, oh, I would date you, but then not actually interact with me or message me, like just say it to say it. But at the same time, like I know if I just was actively searching for someone trying to e-date from there, then I could. And like I could just make a post saying, hey, I want to e-date someone, and it wouldn't be too hard. But I wouldn't say I get too many people just coming up to me out of nowhere asking.
All right. But so you believe that you could just get it if you wanted it, but you don't really want it. You're not really trying to e-date, basically.
Yeah, I don't really want anything long distance,
Yeah.
especially. And I also just don't want to, like, I just don't want to be, I don't know how to put it, but like, I just don't want to focus on that right now. I don't want to focus on, like, just one person and, like, a relationship. I just kind of want to work on my own things right now, like my own projects, and like just improving myself and like having an income or moving out of my parents and stuff before I try anything like that.
You're trying to play the field.
I would not say so. It's not like I'm talking to a lot of different people or like leading anyone on, but
So, all right. So you don't want to do anything long distance. What is your dating life like offline then?
well, it's non-existent.
Okay. So, all right. But and this is something that guys will always say, right? Is that if a girl like yourself went on a dating app like Tinder or something, now obviously you don't want to do anything long distance or e-date, but you got to think that if you got on Tinder or something, maybe you could find
That's
a
true.
local, right? And so you don't think that it would be too difficult to make something like that happen, right?
No, I think I could like definitely go on Tinder for like a date or something if someone willing to. But I don't know. I actually like made a Tinder account like just to test it out and see what kind of responses I would get a
Yeah,
while ago.
I did too.
And and
Look,
most
spoiler
aren't.
alert, it wasn't great.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that like the whole app has way more men than women on it, and like the men like girls get way more magic than guys do on Tinder.
Yeah,
But basically like I felt like when I tried to get like the kind of guys that I'm interested in, like maybe like nerdy, like shut in kind of guys that could relate to me, they like never really swiped back on me. But the people that would swipe on me were like just turbo normers.
yeah, yeah.
And so and then usually like the messages would just be like, let's hook up, I want to fuck, blah 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 blah. So
Ooh, you don't
it's
like
not so much for like dating.
you don't
Yeah,
like turbo normies?
no.
What's wrong with them?
Um, I mean, it's not that there's something wrong with them. I mean, they can be like good people, but I just don't think we would get along.
Okay, yeah.
And like I feel like our habits would not match up. Like maybe I'd want to stay inside and do this, and he wants to go to the bar or something. Like
Yeah, yeah. That's why it's hard for me to imagine myself dating because most of the girls I run into are not just normies, but like ratchet, ratchet.
oh
Whoa, oh God! Like, don't even get me started. But I can definitely feel you on that. All right, so we were talking about incels a little bit before. What do you think of the incel community?
I definitely think that it's a like toxic space. Like it's not really a good space to be in, especially if you're like a young guy trying to like wonder why you don't have a girlfriend yet. It can be very like crabs in a bucket mentality. Like it's black pill, you're under 5'4", you'll never get married. Like it can be very damaging, I think. But I also think that it's like I don't blame them, I think, for being bitter or like making that a community, because like I've seen like how it can be hard for men to like date or get sex.
Yeah. And you know what? And I would overall have to agree. I think like what I always liked about the incel community is that the way they're able to prove their points as far as the importance of lookism and just some of the more like uglier truths about dating and mate selection that a lot of normie people don't like to acknowledge. Like
Yeah.
the importance of things like height and facial symmetry, how race comes into play when it comes to people selecting who they mate with. And, you know, I like that aspect of it. I love the analytical data collection, survey and testing. Oh, let's make a fake profile and gather the data and crunch the numbers and calculate. Like, I like that aspect of it. But when you get really deep into the community, like, again, it's like you said, you know, it's almost like it's overly negative, I think. And it doesn't really put the right kind of attitude, I think, within somebody who might have like a handful of maybe like subpar genetic traits or things about themselves that might be a detriment. Like it's like when you see the extremes of like normies might say height doesn't matter that much, and then the incels will say, oh, it's completely over. I look at more so kind of in the middle, where I can look at it and say, okay, like my height is a disadvantage, but that doesn't mean that I can't make it work. It doesn't mean I can't find somebody who's willing to look past that. And I think that's what you're not going to find within the incel community, is that they take those disadvantages and then it's the end all be all. Like, I'm this height, I'm this race, my face is fucked up, I have no hope whatsoever. So I would definitely agree with you on that. Do you think femcels exist?
No, I don't. Because I think that like I actually saw, I think, a post where it was like this woman that was like she was like obese and like very old, and she was getting Tinder messages of people like wanting to hook up with her. So I think as long as you're like attracted to men, you can find someone willing to have sex with you.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I thought you were gonna.
Huh?
I thought
I
you.
mean,
I thought you were gonna force
you thought I
me.
would think that they were real?
Huh? I mean, I mean, it seems like girls try to argue in favor of the idea of the whole femcel thing, and you know, we're lonely and this and that, but you do seem to have a more realistic grasp of the power that you have in terms of like your dating options.
Yeah, like I would say definitely. At first, I kind of thought, like, oh, like since like you know in school and stuff growing up, I never had guys interested in me. They all weren't into me. Like I'm gonna be alone forever. But then I realized as I spent more time online that, like, like, if you're like willing to go on the internet, then you can find someone into you as a girl.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Can we pause for a second? Somebody is calling me.
Take your time. SoundCloud.
Hello.
Oh, I was running an ad. What were we talking about?
Femcels. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so, yeah, you seem to have a more like a realistic grasp of like what your options are as far as like dating and whatnot.
And I think like I do though understand like, you know, someone like if they're socially like uncomfortable around men, but they still want a relationship, they might not be able to get one. But I guess like that's more of like, I don't think that's a femcel thing, because incels oftentimes are not like, they don't have to be completely socially inept and like mentally ill to not be able to find a girlfriend.
We don't get shit. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
We don't get shit. I mean, look, I wouldn't classify myself as an incel. And I don't have shit. I ain't got no bitches.
Yeah.
Is look, and this is the thing, and this is the thing about the whole femcel incel thing, is that I think that women do have their own unique issues when it comes to dating and relationships, and I don't want to undermine that. They have enough problems, but I think the reason why there is a disconnect when women try to co-opt these terms is that the men's situation is so much more extreme. It's like, it's really this feeling of there is no one for me. Like, it's nothing. It's barren. And like, and you're aware enough to know what you have if you just like snap your fingers and decide to go take advantage. And again, I'm not like some incel. Like, I'm handsome, you know what I'm saying? And I have nothing. There is no snap the finger. And so imagine what it is for the guys who really do have those extreme disadvantages, who are like really short, really ugly, really socially, and it's bad. It's so much worse. And I think that's why guys always scoff at the idea that a girl could be a femcel. But on the other hand, again, girls, I know y'all still have your problems. You got your issues, Like, you still got to find the right guy.
Female equivalent of an
Yeah,
incel.
yeah. That's the thing. It's not equal.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your views on modern dating and the various issues that we see between men and women? That the whole red pill, blue pill, manosphere debates and all that. What do you think about all that stuff?
I think it's like the whole red pill, blue pill stuff. I think that it's not really helpful to men, like especially the ones that are like saying, oh, you can like cheat on your wife, but she can't cheat on you, and like you should like Andrew Tate type of red pill stuff.
Yeah.
Like, let me exploit girls and make them do porn for me, and then I take all the profits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's a big space that has expanded. Like, it's become this thing where it's gotten big enough to where people on the outside can look at it and say, let me get in and give my unique take and my unique branding, and I can take advantage of that. Like, that's kind of what a Andrew Tate has kind of done. And I think like it's to the point now where I don't know if I would say it's oversaturated, but I think that it is to the point where people come in and it's like they take it to an extreme and they add things that kind of confirm what the detractors always wanted to say about it. Because like when I look at the red pill, I look at specific guys. I look at specific content that I think is like more within the range of being reasonable. And I'm not a fan of Andrew Tate personally, but I can see how, he probably has an audience that he appeals to. I'm not trying to shit on him, but I think he's a perfect example of like somebody that kind of came into it and then he added certain things that gave people more ammunition to aim against the whole thing. Like when you say stuff like that, I'm going to take advantage of girls and you make them do porn. Like, that's not, you can't really sell that.
I don't think that like that's what the red pill was initially.
Yeah.
But as it like the whole thing grew on social media and stuff, it definitely became I hate women. It's
expanded. And it's like different people came in and just added certain things that I would agree that are toxic. Like Kevin Samuels was talking about like how if you got a high value man, he's gonna cheat on you and you gotta accept that, and that's type of shit. I'm all for like the red pill and trying to teach men how to better deal with women and avoiding the bullshit and nonsense. But then you start adding stuff like that, like it's okay to cheat on them, and then I was like, come on, bro, come on. But I think at the center of it, like just as an example, like something that I think is reasonable advice. So you might disagree, but I think that getting married for men in the West is a very bad idea. I think it's a very foolish thing to do. So how would you feel about something like that? Something like the whole don't get married
without
thing.
A prenup? Or like, is it because of the prenup or just don't get married?
Don't get married. Don't get married. Period. Don't do it. Don't. That's what I
I
would
mean,
say. Don't do it ever.
like, why though?
Because the woman has incentive to get divorced.
But what if like she signs a prenup? Like,
Prenups have been known to be thrown out. Like
oh,
prenups
I don't
aren't
know.
like ironclad. They're not like something where the judge can't look at another variable and then make their
Mhm.
own decision as to why the woman should get more or should get this. It basically it's not a perfect defense against
I
going
see.
through a terrible divorce.
Okay. I mean, I personally don't care if I get married or not, as long as I'm like with the person that I love. Like if they wanted to get married, we get married, but like it's not like a main goal for me.
Uh-huh.
But I think if someone like wants to get married for religious reasons, like um you gotta get married as a Christian, or just other reasons, maybe financial reasons, I think they can do what they want.
Wait, so you're telling me if you're with a guy and you're in
Mm.
love and he didn't want to get married, you'd be like, okay, whatever.
Mm, I think so. I think so, but like maybe I'd feel different in the moment, but I don't know. I feel like also just like him saying, him like I don't know, like we could not be married and he calls me wife or something, like I just would want like to be like permanently together, like
Uh-huh.
securely together, but it doesn't have to be necessarily through marriage.
So all right, so you still want that feeling of security, like we're together
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
I'm, so, I'm sorry. No. I get what you say because it's like marriage is like that. Like it's a contract.
Yeah.
It's a legal document. It's a legal contract saying that you guys are together. You guys are husband and wife. You guys are in a relationship. Outside of that, it's really just between you and the guy. It's just a verbal
Mhm.
agreement. We're together, and it can be broken just like that. And so you like the appeal of the confirmation and validation of the contract and the security of like
Yeah, like he put a ring on my finger. He wants to be with me forever.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that kind
Cause
of thing.
yeah, okay. I feel you. I feel you on that. I was just throwing that out there because again, when you talk about the manosphere and the red pill, it's expanded so far beyond like the first original guys, and you got so many
Hmm.
people who are adding their own takes. And again, I think that there's value in that because again, Andrew Tate, he's gonna appeal to a certain group and Fresh and Fit and Roots, whatever the case may be, and that's good for like their audience. But I think the problem with it is that when you start adding certain like extreme ideas, it gives people like the ammunition to say, okay, well, the red pill as a whole is this or
Hmm.
is that. But it's
Yeah.
actually a lot of different ideas and people who kind of add to the pot. But so where do you see yourself on the spectrum between traditional wife type of girl or an OnlyFans? I don't know, like I don't want to say it like this, but like a promiscuous, I just want to have fun type of girl.
I would say I'm like definitely in the middle.
Uh huh.
Uh, like I do not want to be a trad wife. I don't want kids, but I also don't want to like sleep around with different people for the rest of my life or be in a like poly relationship or anything like that. So yeah, I'd say in the middle.
So wait, why don't you want to have kids?
Mm, I just, well, for one, I think like being pregnant would like feel really disgusting. Like having something moving inside your body sounds pretty bad,
Yeah.
and like a living thing inside you. And I think also I just I don't want that responsibility. Like I can barely take care of myself. I don't want to take care of kids. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel, I feel you. I kind of, obviously I'm not in a position to take care of kids, but I think one of the main reasons like I don't want to have kids is like it's so much bullshit you got to deal with in life, and even though I'm very happy and I got a great attitude, that's not really something I think you can like pass on with confidence. I would hate to have a kid and then them be like this depressed, unhappy person, and I
Yeah,
can't and I
exactly.
can't give them what I got as far as what makes me happy and what makes me be able to cope with the all the
Hmm.
nonsense. But you're 19 years old and you're saying you don't want to have kids. 'Cause a lot of
Yeah,
people,
it could definitely change
a
though.
lot, yeah, a lot of people say you'll change your mind as you get older and whatnot. So you think maybe you just might just be, oh, I'm young and that's how I feel now.
Like maybe because like if in the future I was financially stable, very mentally stable, like everything was going extremely well, then maybe I would have a kid. But at the same time, I kind of feel the same as you. Like I have no guarantee that the kid will come out without a disability
Oh
or
yes.
like something that will
Ooh.
make their life horrible, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't want them to go through that.
Yeah, and I've seen that in my own family. Somebody with
Yeah.
with extreme disability, and it's tough. And it's like, what's so bad about it? You got somebody who really doesn't even have a chance to have a normal life. Like out the
Hmm.
gate, you're already fucked up. And that's not something you can really prevent. You have a kid, and they're gonna come out being what they are, pretty much. I mean, of course, if the woman is smoking and drinking and shit like that, that
Yeah.
can influence it as well. But there are women who do everything the right way, they eat the right way, and all that, and the kid still comes out with like Down syndrome or something like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it can be pretty gnarly. You said mentally. Where are you at in terms of your mental health right now? How do you feel? Are you
I
happy,
mean, I'm
Iris?
I'm like relatively fine.
Okay.
I'm not like actively trying to kill myself or anything,
Oh, great.
but like I have had a history of like self-harm and doing impulsive things, I guess.
Impulsive?
So
What do you mean impulsive, Iris?
like drinking, smoking, like while being underage.
Oh, okay. All right. But right now, basically, you feel like,
Yeah, right now I'm just like I'm fine, but
mm-hmm.
I feel like it also it's not like I'm not really in a place that I could be long term because I'm kind of like a neat, and I don't know, I feel like I could definitely be um a lot better before having kids.
What do you think is preventing you from, achieving a higher level of happiness and better mental
Um
health right now?
I don't know, honestly. I think it's just I don't have a lot of like drive or like passions for things. So I just don't necessarily how do I put this? Um yeah, I would say like I also like generally don't think that highly of myself and like looks and stuff. I don't think that I can like I like low self-esteem, I guess. And yeah, just not like a confident, happy, excited about life person, I
Well,
guess.
Iris, let me give you some advice.
Mm.
No, but seriously, because I've gone through. Oh my god, let me. Oh, I was fucked up to say the least. And obviously, I'm a shining example of happiness and joy at the moment. But kind of like what you just said, though. You said like you don't see yourself as being like very attractive or something like that, right? And obviously, everybody isn't blessed with the handsomeness of myself. And you got to find something that you can feel good about yourself, right? And I think for me, what I feel most good about myself is like my character, and integrity. And I think maybe you should focus on things like that. Maybe you shouldn't focus so much on the physical. Maybe you shouldn't focus so much on, having to look a certain way or looking like the other girls. Look in turn, like start looking at yourself in terms of like, again, character. What can you build about just your personality, how you treat people, how you treat yourself, modifying your attitude and your perspective on life. That's what I would recommend.
I did actually, sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But I did actually like start therapy recently, so hopefully that will give me some like better copes and stuff.
That's great. That's very productive, Iris. And I would also recommend working out. Look, I know it.
Yeah.
You're a girl. Maybe you don't get as excited about stuff like that as my fellow robots do. But I would definitely recommend it. Like working out is probably one of the most natural antidepressants. When I got out of the mental hospital, one of the first things I did was just really step up my working out. I was already working out before then, but I started working out like a lot more, and that helped a lot too. It's like for me, it's always been like a natural antidepressant. I always feel better after the fact. Okay, so this question is kind of a bit personal. Do you watch porn?
I do, not very often, and usually it's just like hentai porn or like doujins.
Doujins.
Yeah.
Doujins.
But yeah, I do.
All right. Do you have like a favorite genre, like anything specific that you like?
I don't know what to say.
Would you tell me off the record?
I don't know if I should. I don't know. It's like it's not something super bad, but
okay. Like give me a hint. Give me a hint. Just like
I guess stuff. Well, okay. Like generally, just stuff where the guy is dominant over the girl. I'll just say that.
Whoa. I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
I know where you're going with this, Iris. Say no more. All right. Would you be okay dating a guy who watched porn?
Yeah. Yeah. As long as he wasn't like addicted to it or trying to like replace me with it. But yeah, I would.
Oh, well, addicted, huh? But but really, a lot of girls, they have an issue with guys who look at pornography. Like I've noticed on R9K, you got some guys who are like anti-porn. You got some guys who are struggling with their porn addiction or porn usage. And I've seen girls kind of comment and say things like, dating is so hard because it seems like every guy is addicted to porn or uses porn to some degree. Why do you think some girls don't want to date guys who use pornography or indulge in pornography?
Honestly, I think it's sort of like how like I guess maybe they feel that the guy likes these porn stars, like maybe he's obsessed with certain porn stars or something, and that he wouldn't be as sexually attracted to her as he would be to his porn addiction.
Yeah, I always figured maybe it was like a bit of, I wouldn't say like jealousy, but like that feeling of like if you're with your partner and they're looking at somebody else, like you guys are out together and you see them just staring at somebody else. Because obviously if you're somebody and you're looking at porn, you are redirecting your sexual energy towards like somebody else or something else, So I can kind of look at it from that perspective, but I didn't expect you to be cool with that.
I think like if the guy's not like in a relationship, then like it's fine to watch porn. And I think if he is in the relationship and it's like either long distance or they just can't be around each other that much, then it's fine. But if they live together and he's still like looking up women that look nothing like you online and like jacking off to it every day, then yeah, that would not be good.
Yeah, that would probably be a problem.
Yeah.
So, from a female perspective, what do you think guys on R9K get wrong the most about girls?
Hmm. Well,
Because we're always talking
I guess,
about women like we're the most experienced gurus and
yeah. I guess
give
what
it to
they
you.
might get wrong is like how much personality can really like change how a girl is attracted to you. Like I've seen some like guys that were not very tall and handsome and Chad, but they were still able to get a girlfriend because they were charismatic and like good at talking to people. So I think they kind of underestimate how much of a real personality plays in dating. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to agree too. I think like I kind of hate to say it because this is like normie. That's what normies always say. I know a guy. He's short. He's bald. He's fat.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, please. But again, it happens. The reality is it does happen. You do have guys who are not conventionally attractive. Who find a way to make it work. And it's like years ago, I made a list of what I thought was most important as far as like getting girls. And I forgot exactly how I listed it, but my number one was kind of unusual, and I said attitude. And the reason why I said attitude is because I think even if you're like kind of mediocre looking, if you're just like fuck it, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get bitches. I'm gonna do whatever I can to get laid. You'll find something like. And I even made a thread one time where I was asking like the virgins and the single guys, like, how many girls have you asked out? Like, how many times have you approached the and like real shit? Most of us virgin guys, we've either never approached a girl, never asked a girl out, or did it maybe 2 or 3 times. Like, you will rarely find a guy on R9K who's like a single virgin who was just like gun ho about trying to get pussy. Like, I'm just gonna really
Mhm.
put hours into it. Like, I'm going out, I'm asking girls out, I'm doing the online dating, multiple sites. And now I'm not saying that's what you should do because I get why you wouldn't want to put in that much effort. But I just think that's kind of where we are now as guys. If you are mediocre, you are average, you kind of do got to have the attitude. You got to have the attitude of, I'm going to force this shit to happen and I'm going to put time in. So, what do you think these guys could change in order to have more success in dating?
I think like actually I kind of agree with your point about especially approaching. Like I think just like I know everyone says put yourself out there, but like just like but actually like going outside and approaching girls that you think you're interested like I understand though because of like fear of it coming across as like a pervert or like something like that. But at the same time, like I just imagine it as if it was my shoes and a guy came up and asked me out,
Mm-hmm.
and I would definitely be like more interested than if a guy like DM'd me saying I want to date you. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, but the truth is, I say all that, but you got to be ready to get rejected. You got to be ready
Yeah.
to get,
No,
and you're probably gonna
definitely.
get rejected. You're definitely gonna get rejected more than you get accepted, and I think that's the barrier. Like that's the wall that is gonna keep a lot of guys from doing it because you know that it's like a 90% chance, if not more, that she's gonna say no, unless you go for like the fattest like ogre gorilla type. If you go for what you like,
Really?
it's gonna be like. But that's why I say you got to have attitude. You got to have the right attitude, and you got to be willing to take some L's along the way. And I think that's another difficult part of it. Um, so, what is your obsession with with AR art and the clown girl? And you got the clown face
Yeah.
now.
Uh-huh. Well, I just kind of like the clown style makeup. I just like saw it
Uh huh.
somewhere and I was like, oh, that looks really cute. I want to try that. And with the AI art, it's just like there's no black clown girl drawings. And it's like clown girls are already kind of a weird thing to see anime style drawings of. So black ones as well is kind of like it's hard to find. So I like how with the AI generator thing, I can like literally make someone that looks just like me, but like anime form.
I love it too. You know, and my thing is, because I guess we both got our own like weird AI art avatar character. You got the clown black girl. Like mine is like I like creating like a black guy with sheep horns or goat horns. Yeah, like maybe I'll show it to you later. But that's my thing. And I don't know. It's
I like Oh wait. Okay.
oh no, let me know.
I like actually a character that has horns like that. Beeswax from Arknights, if you know her.
No.
Okay. But yeah. Yeah, so I get the like goat thing. I think goat girls are cute, so
Go.
or just the horns.
Yeah. So what do you think about AI art and things like that in general? Because I remember you were in the thread and people were kind of criticizing you for using AI art, and I'm a fan myself, but what do you think of it?
I think that like I don't know. I on one hand I think it's bad that they use other artists' work for it and stuff. But at the same time the whole like the argument of jobs getting replaced by AI is kind of like there's already so many types of work that got replaced by AI like or like just like technological advances.
Yeah.
So I think it's just kind of like, oh, now it's my job getting changed. And
Yeah.
now I'm upset.
You know,
And I guess also because, oh, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I think also like because it's a creative thing, they feel like it's special and like different from other types of work. And so they don't want a robot doing it. But yeah.
Yeah, I think this is our first time, or this is the artist's first time having to deal with this kind of like fear of being replaced. This isn't anything new. If you go back throughout the years, there were always advances in technology that made more and more jobs obsolete. Like you look at things like the big machines used on farms and shit, like the big tractors that can just roll through fields and chop stuff and pick up stuff and all that. Normally you would need a group of guys to do all of that, and you know that's just an example. But I think now is, you know, technology is getting to the point where it's going to be able to replace the artist. And I'm seeing different things. Like, I don't know if you've seen this. Do you know who Tupac is? The rapper Tupac?
Yeah.
They have AI like voice conversion that has allowed people to make like new Tupac albums and new Tupac songs, and it sounds just like him. It sounds like if you would have showed me that song and said, "Oh, this is like just a Tupac remix with his real vocals," I would have been like, "Oh yeah, that's him." Like, and because I'm a musical artist myself, and so like there's gonna be a point, if not already, where you're gonna be able to, just like how you generate art, somebody's gonna be able to generate a beat the way I make beats. They just click a button, put in trap type Travis Scott type beat, click the button. Yeah, I'm telling you. And
yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, and my thing is like, because again, I'm an artist too, so I kind of feel it, but I'm more so excited about what we can do with it, especially in regards to the things that you don't know how to do. You know, I'm not too excited about it from the musical side because I already know how to do that. But as far as like art, like I love just being able to put in my ideas and press the button and then it comes. And now they just released a video of like the AI videos. Have you seen those?
I've seen those, yeah.
Oh man.
They're uncanny, some of them.
Yeah, but still, like, this is the early tech. Well, this is the quote unquote early tech. You know, some people speculate that the CIA, they already have the advanced.
True.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny because I'm gonna just full transparency. I can't wait till the black market version comes out, and then we can just make porn with it. Like that's. I mean,
I understand though, like like when you take a specific person's voice, like Tupac, or like, you know, the whole Taylor Swift naked thing. I understand like not wanting people to make that of you, like using your own stuff. I think that that's bad because it's like that's just using someone else's image for yourself. But I think like as long as it's not just remaking something that already is a thing, it's like okay.
Yeah, look, I know, like, I'm gonna just be honest. Like, if somebody made AI porn of me, I wouldn't. I'm just saying I wouldn't care.
I mean,
personally.
if someone like did it and then sent it to my parents, you know,
Yeah.
that would be a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But if someone just made it and jacked off to it themselves, then I wouldn't care.
Because then it's like you got to explain to your your computer illiterate parents, like, this is AI.
Exactly.
Look, Mom, let me make one of you so you know that I'm not. Like...
I don't think I'd do it that way, but
I would. Yeah, just not for real. Like, I can see why people are upset about it from that perspective, though. Like, everybody isn't like me. Like me, I'm a madman. I'm like, open Pandora's box. Let the demons come out and show us what they got. I want to see what this shit can do. But some of the things that people like some of the potential problems that people have like brought up are alarming. You know, things like just for instance, let's say you're in a relationship with somebody or something, and then they want to be vindictive and like say you hit them, or like, oh, my boyfriend beat him. Yeah, and then she makes an AI video that's of the perspective of a camera in the house showing him hitting her. Like, so it's like we have to be aware of, we got to start being more and more aware of stuff like that, because it can be used to kind of blackmail and basically lie on people and say they did this or they were here. Like, I had this moment. I had this moment where like I was looking at the AI videos and I had like this existential dread like wash over me. Cause I was like, yo, like, we're not gonna know what's real and what's fake online. And I was like I had to literally get off the computer and go outside just to like get back to it. Was, I had like a really scary moment, bro. But I'm kind of nerding out here about
no,
that.
I see what you're saying. No,
yeah,
I think like it could literally make like video evidence be not evidence anymore, and so like harder to just prove things wrong or right. So yeah.
I'm hoping that there'll be some type of like app or program where you can put the picture or video into and it can analyze it and tell you whether or not it's real.
Yeah.
Or that's what I've been thinking. 'Cause as good as it looks, and I know we're in the early stages, so of course you can see like the different flaws. Like you said, it looks uncanny and shit like that. But I bet even when it starts to look really good to the naked eye, there probably is some way that like a program could analyze it and tell whether or not it was AI generated. And so that might become the norm in like situations where people want to know if something is real or not. But it's like how you might get on Twitter today and then you see some crazy shit like this car blew up at a party or something. And now we know that's real when you see it. When the AI video art generators become the norm, you're not gonna know. You see some crazy shit on Twitter, like somebody could have just made it. Yeah, man, it's a lot to think about. It's a lot to think about for sure. But those were basically all my questions, Iris. Okay. So, you got any questions for me?
I did not prepare any questions.
I feel bad now. What?
But yeah.
Did you enjoy your time on the podcast?
I did. It was a good conversation.
I'm sorry it took so long for me to get everything set up.
Oh yeah, no problem.
You know, last time I did this, we did voice only. So I wasn't prepared to do the voice with the video. So there was another layer of figuring shit out. But we got it. We got everything going. And so I'm glad we got it. Well, Iris, I'm glad I had you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I really enjoyed you. Maybe one day I'll get you up here again.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be awesome. Plug yourself. Let the people know.
Oh yeah. Well, my Twitch is Wentiers, but it's spelled in like a weird way. And my YouTube is also Wentiers.
Mm-hmm.
And actually that's it.
Okay. Well, I had a great time talking to you, Iris,
Me
and
too.
I will see you later, hopefully.
Yeah. See you.
Johnny. Oh, awesome. Make sure this shit got recorded.